You know, it's not very often that I praise politicians. As a matter of fact, I really don't trust politicians at all. And as the years go by, as the days go by, as the months go by, I trust them even less. There's only a few politicians that I would dare to trust. One of them being Ian Cameron and another one being Liam Jacobs. And I'm going to show you why Liam Jacobs may be one of the few good politicians that exist right now in government.
Listen properly.
When you get into a taxi, you sit down before you get in.
Did I hear that correctly? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host Joe Emilio. Liam Jacobs is a member of parliament. He's a sports and arts culture PC, and he's also apparently a professional wrestler. I did not know that, and he's got a PPE honors grad. Now, some of you may remember Liam Jacobs from his TikTok years. He did a lot of videos criticizing the ANC and government for that matter. And they were great videos, and I think he still does a few of them from time to time. Only, of course, now it's from the perspective of being an MP. But one of the contents they're sharing now is portfolio meetings that he is having, asking where certain money has gone to, trying to hold people accountable. And as much as these dodgy politicians try and step side to side of the question, Liam has an answer, and he's very good at putting them in a corner. Let's have a look at one example. As you can see here, this is the Portfolio Committee on Sports, Arts and Culture, and Liam is basically asking them, or asking Netball South Africa, some questions about their financial statements. Let's have a look.
And I want to move to Netball South Africa. Now, you heard me talking about money, and I'm very clear on what I want to know.
This is Liam Jacobs, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
I want to touch on a lot of things here, and the first thing I want to touch on is that your financials reflect 41,041 Rand across 2 years for NSA condolences. What is that?
NSA condolences, Netball South Africa condolences. Yeah, what is that?
Is there anyone to respond to me on finances here? I expect the CEO to be able to respond on finances.
Yeah.
Honorable member, I have to check the document that you're talking about.
You can't check a document. You can't come to a portfolio committee that represents the people of South Africa and say you must check a document. You are a CEO and you are supposed to know what is inside of your document. So please explain to me and the 250 South Africans watching now and the hundreds of thousands that are going to watch, what is NSA condolences?
Acknowledge me!
You spent 41,000, you ought to know.
The only thing I can remember at the top of my mind is the players that, well, netball players that died. That's what I remember at the top of my mind.
You spent 41,000. What did you use it for?
Just answer the question.
Honorable member, with due respect, can I get back to get the details? Because this is not for this financial year.
Just before Liam, you hear Liam's response to that. This is typical ANC. Okay, wait, I don't know if they're ANC, but this is typical when there's any suspicious activities with finances and the person who's supposed to be responsible for those finances, or at least know what's going on with the finances, and is in the hot seat. They always have this workaround. We saw this so many times during the Zondo Commission. You know, oh, let me go and check my notes quickly, you know. This is so typical, but let's see what Liam says.
No, you are correct. It's not for this financial year. It's for the 2024-2023 financial year.
In other words, it's for the past financial year, so you're supposed to know what's going on.
At the financial years that ended in 2023 and 2024.
Exactly, Honorable Member. I was employed in October 2023, and I wanted to be given an opportunity to go and check, and I will report back.
So you didn't do your homework before the portfolio committee?
Ooh, someone's in trouble by the teacher.
You present us a report, you don't do your homework on the report. What can happen?
I really feel like he's like a teacher now, you know, like, you didn't do your homework, now you're gonna get an F. Awkward silence.
Yes?
I did my homework.
Liar.
Now you don't know what the 41,041 Rand was for.
Awkward silence.
Can I humbly request that I go and check those details, Honorable Jacobs?
You know why she wants to go check? It's because she was going to go there, they're going to go to their accountant people, and then they're going to work out some bogus system or some bogus like explanation as to why there was so much spent and where the money went and blah, blah, blah. It's just giving, she wants time to be able to lie better.
cannot humbly request that you go and check details. It doesn't matter how you change the wording of your request. I want the answer now.
The principal has spoken.
Don't have the answer now.
So you don't have the answer?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You don't have the answer. Thank you very much. All you need to say. And this is what I like about him in the portfolio committee, because even if he doesn't get a straight answer, he leaves it in a situation, or he leaves it in a way where even the South African people who are watching this, who may watch this, will be like, whoa, there's something fishy going on here. We want the answers. So he's exposing the shadiness of financial management that exists right now, not just within the ANC, but other organizations apparently that get grants from the government and so on and so forth. Okay, I just want to interrupt for one quick second because I have an important announcement. I've been nominated as a finalist in the Free SA Young Leaders Awards under the media category. If you've been enjoying what I'm doing here on Newsflash, then please do me a solid. Go vote for me. Just click the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Every vote helps. Let's make this happen. But let's have a look at another clip of Liam Jacobs, the principal, laying down the law.
I see that in your financial statements, you paid 773,530 Rand in 2024 and 2,154,547 Rand in 2023 on what is called consulting and professional fees. Can I please get clarity on what that is, what it means, and what you paid it for?
Consulting fees? That's a lot of money for consulting fees. More awkward pauses.
I do it interpolation style, so I want the answer.
Principal has
No, thanks, Honorable Member. The acting CFO would, if you could just zoom to that specific transaction and give an account of what it is for.
Active CFO, isn't that the chief financial officer? So this person should know everything about the finances.
Okay, thank you, Honorable.
I think the mic is a bit far.
Is it far? Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So that's consulting fees.
Consulting and professional fees, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason why there's an increase from the previous year, which is 2022-23, to the year under review, is that there was a boxing awards event which took place in Durban in the 2024 financial year. So there were a lot of consulting work that was appointed, which made an increase to this value.
Okay, so
Consulting work for an award ceremony. What's there to consult? You have an award ceremony. You hire a venue, you hire entertainment, you maybe have a boxing match. Where's the consulting? Am I missing something? Maybe somebody in the boxing, like if anybody watches this knows about boxing, correct me if I'm wrong. What is there to consult when you guys have an award ceremony? Why do you need to consult? You just get an events person, right? Or is there something else I'm missing? I don't know. Maybe there is. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what happens.
Amount.
So what I'm gathering is that you spent about 8% of your budget. Your budget is about, or your grants is about 20 to 26 million around there. You spent 8% of that on an award ceremony. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
You spent 8% on an award ceremony. Okay? I just want that on record because I think that when boxers themselves and their coaches look at an 8% that was spent on an award ceremony versus millions that could have gone towards, and it is millions. If I added up 2.1 million plus 770,000 is about 2.8 million. If I add that up, that is 2.8 million that went towards professional and consulting fees. Right? Now, you said it's for an award ceremony. Is that an award ceremony that took place over 2 years? Because
No.
I see 2023 and 2024.
No, it happened in July of 2023. That's why it falls within the 2023-24 financial year.
Okay, then what is the 2.1 million?
This is great. Look how she reacts.
2.1 million.
Yes.
Stop the cap.
We're just talking about figures, right? He made it absolutely clear what figures they're talking about, and she still asks 2.1 million. They must be playing the fool. They must be acting stupid. Like, there's no way. There's just no way. There's no way that a CFO can get into this position and be this, like, clueless. Like, oh, man, it's painful to see.
In 2023.
It's all consulting fees. The
Yes.
majority of it relates to the BSA awards.
The
The
majority.
majority of it. What's the rest of it?
What goes in there is also consulting within BSA if there's any.
So you pay yourself to
consulting work.
consult yourself.
Well, we sometimes need professional, experience or
Don't you have that professional experience yourself? What for?
I am not sure, sir. It's
You don't
just
know?
it's different consulting jobs which were appointed during that financial year.
So you don't know what those consulting jobs are?
Once again, that was a CFO being asked about financial records, financial things, and had no idea how to answer Liam, exposing maybe some dodgy dealings that have been going on. Again, 2.8 million rand for an awards ceremony. That is just crazy. There's no way. I mean, what, did you hire Mike Tyson to be there? Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. But like I said, the point of me showing you these clips was because I think Liam is doing some great work. At least there is some politicians in the government that are trying to hold people accountable. They're trying to track where their money is going or where the government money is going and making sure that it's going for and to the right things, which is the South African people, what it is intended to in the various departments. Liam, if you ever watch this, keep doing the good work, man, and I would love to have you on my show sometime, maybe in a podcast. So yeah, if you ever watch this, let me know. I'd really like to know your thoughts though, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about this? Do you like what Liam is doing? Do you not like what Liam is doing? Do you trust him? Do you not trust him? And what do you think about some of these responses from these financial people and the CEO? While you're here, please consider becoming a member to this channel. It goes a long way to supporting me and helping me to produce content on this channel. And I would just like to take a moment to thank all the recent members that have joined. Thank you guys so much. Your contribution and your support is greatly appreciated. And if you can't become a member, don't forget you can give a super thanks or a sasa thanks as we call them on this channel. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way. And with all that being said, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Come here. We all know between these two crocodiles which one had this idea. Does that make sense? And that's the crocodile that didn't ring the doorbell. The crocodile that did not ring the doorbell, they probably masterminded this whole idea. It took days of planning. Then they needed to find the one friend that was up for actually doing it. Does that make sense? Here's the thing. We don't need to be told where this is to know where this is. Right? Two crocodiles walking up to a porch to ring a doorbell. That is the actual description of what Florida actually is. Back it up. And not only that, I'm not sure what was said to these crocodiles in order to organize, to take a field trip, to know how the house and to cognitively understand how doorbells work. But I need to know so that I never actually say that to a crocodile. Does that make sense? Whenever I'm in Florida, Godzilla is my favorite movie until I leave Florida.